Якісь точно не на підйомі. Марсело. Тим.
Appeared to be a new eagerness to shuffle the ball around. James Rodriguez to Carvajal. Taken by Isco. Benzema slick. Ronaldo turns, Ronaldo down. Ronaldo wins the penalty.
It's really exciting attacking play from Real Madrid. Lets the ball run across his body. Enzo Rocco with a terrible challenge, waving his finger at the referee as if it isn't a penalty, but of course it is. It's terrible defending. Gets the wrong side of Ronaldo, allows himself to be easily rolled, then panics. Last-ditch attempt. Does make contact with the ball, makes clear contact with the hip of Ronaldo. I think an easy decision for the referee there.
Ronaldo has missed one penalty this season against Real Sociedad. Last game of last year. But every goal he takes personally. His aim is to score his 28th of the season, and he does so with ease. He's scored hundreds of goals, but he still celebrates every one as if it's the first of his career.
Emphatic start from Real Madrid in this match, and an emphatic penalty from Cristiano Ronaldo. Looks like it's going to be a long evening for Espanьol. Alauskis, the goalkeeper. Another 10-15 minutes, might be wishing he was still on the bench at Vicarage Road. 5 or 6 attempts on goal, we've already scored 2.
The last time he started a game was against Preston North End in the Cup. There's a yellow card for Hernan Perez for taking his protests too far. Pointless booking. Here's Duarte. Sergio slips around. So Sergio Ramos. It's been a sharp start from Real Madrid. Toni Kroos. Here's Isco. Ronaldo to Marcelo. Isco, Modric, Carvajal. There's an array of stars in the penalty area. One of those is Isco. Eases it to Marcelo. Marcelo has options. Goes for James. James cuts it to Benzema. He took it down on his chest inside a crowded penalty area. At the moment, Espanьol are in the eye of the storm.
Yeah, it's a crowded penalty area, but Espanьol got loads of players back behind the ball, but no one's tracking runs, no one's marking in the box. Actually getting close to a Real Madrid player to put him under pressure and make him play the ball quicker. know it's hard, something they have to do.
To Martin, down about how Brown called in possession. You can see Zidane down there. It's like an orchestrator, arms flailing. His brand of football clearly, Terry, is to keep the ball rolling. Nobody standing on it, nobody taking more touches than absolutely necessary.
The crowd responded as well, didn't they? There was a spell of about 7 or 8 quick passes and supporters off their feet.
Away goes Isco, who has been energised by the appointment of the new coach. Imagine in his mind's eye he'll see himself as a modern age Zinedine Zidane. Isco. Zidane was in his prime at Real Madrid. Isco as a teenager watching the All Whites from his home down in Andalusia. Stories of the smoke that you keep seeing apparently is emitting from the VIP area. So it was a chip pan or one of the cigars of a director.
I'm going with a cigar option.
There's lots of fire down on the pitch. It's Carvajal. Sia comes back to help out. Modric to James. James drives inside, sets a wicked deflection. And another hammer blow from James Rodriguez to Espanyol. The goals are flowing for Zinedine Zidane's side.
Smoke might be coming from the scoreboard because it's going to be busy tonight. A goal every 5 minutes. It was 5 in the first half against Sporting. Last time here for Zinedine Zidane and his team. This time Espanyol still trying their best. James Rodriguez just creeps back into an onside position. He strikes, deflects off a Pape Diop. Takes the touch, cuts inside. The player who's shown a lot of determination to get back in favour with Zidane. He responded in really good fashion. An excellent cross for the opener for Benzema. Flashes a goal. Aided by a deflection. A good goal for Real Madrid.
His longest spell as a Real Madrid player without scoring ends. It was almost 12 hours. 11 games in all competitions. We don't have Bale in tonight, so it's not the BBC. The scorers Benzema, Ronaldo, Rodriguez. So it's a case of R&B. Well, as you can hear, the supporters are enjoying what they're seeing. Espanyol may not necessarily represent Catalonia like Barcelona, however they are a team from what is regarded as enemy territory. Real Madrid aiming to do their 6th double in 7 years against Espanyol. Can they better the 6 goals of earlier in the season? Benzema to Isco to Benzema. Well, it's circus football at the moment from Real Madrid.
Really sharp and really enjoying their football. Enjoying playing against these opponents as well. It's 9 unanswered goals already this season. 6 in the first game, 3 before 20 minutes in the second. Benzema just fails to hit the target on that occasion. The movement, the 1-2s, the little give and goes, just far too much for Espanyol. Skillful players playing at full pace. I've been critical of Espanyol. I know it is difficult.
Tipping shot from Hernan Perez.
Sits up nicely on the bounce. See his intentions. It doesn't come down quick enough to trouble Navas.
Well, under Zidane, there hasn't necessarily been a reliance on defence. They've only had one clean sheet in their last 8 games, Real Madrid. That was against Deportivo La Coruña. Club's adage has always been to just outblast the opposition. Cruz, James Rodriguez, Ramos to Isco. Ramos with an excellent pass to Carvajal. Nice take as well by the Spain international fullback. Now Modric. James, Modric. Just chasing shadows at the moment, Espanyol. Duarte. Loco rolls it back to his keeper, Alauskas. The shell-shocked debutant. Surprised that he's been thrown in goal, because Pau Lopez has been a regular this season. He was the only ever present in the team, the keeper, but he's conceded 5 goals in his last 2 matches, and he's been sacrificed tonight. Sia. Salva Sevilla. Inside to Sanchez. 3 goals inside the opening 20 minutes for Real Madrid. Hernan Perez. Surprised when it was a goal kick, but nothing is going the way of Hernan Perez, who's already been booked for disputing the referee's decisions. Isco. Benzema. Oh. Well, not quite reading his intentions. Read into that what you will.
There'll be tougher days at work for him in the days ahead, that's for sure. For a coach to be 3-0 up after the 15 minutes. It doesn't happen that often, but it's becoming a regular occurrence under Zidane.
A bit of afters there from Salva Sevilla. Marcelo showing that he's not one to be pushed around. Ramos. Marcelo. Toni Kroos. Who hasn't shone this season? German came with a massive reputation from Bayern Munich. Still to fully impose himself in a Real Madrid shirt, Terry, is that fair to say?
Yeah, I think it's quite easy for him to come under criticism, similar way to how Modric was criticised in his first couple of seasons. At times his job in the team isn't to be those that really catches the eye. His job is one that to keep the team ticking over, to give protection to the back four, which wasn't his natural position when he was at Bayern Munich. I still think it's a really good signing for Real Madrid, an excellent footballer. And slowly but surely the partnership with Luka Modric is really developing.
Marcelo to Isco. Rolls it to Ronaldo. Benzema was onto it in a flash.
And I feel for the back four of Espanyol, because they're getting no help from the midfield players. A total lack of discipline. Back four trying to hold the line, trying to make sure that they can stay with the runners of Ronaldo and Benzema and James, but there's runs coming from Isco and just totally unopposed against the back four. Such poor discipline from the 5 midfield players of Espanyol. There's no way they're going to get anything out of this game. I'm seeing Victor Sanchez going off and runs off the ball, trying to get into the attacking half of the pitch, when ultimately, which is happening regularly, they give the ball away. It's so easy for Real Madrid to transfer the ball into midfield, wide open spaces, and away they go.
Isco. An adjustment for Marcelo. Isco playing a prominent part. James Rodriguez looking fit and sharp. Did get a little bit of scrutiny in the Spanish press about his fitness and whether he was carrying a little bit of weight. Given that long spell out of the team. Just 11 games before a recall against Barcelona where he did look a little rusty.
I've never had him down as looking heavy and overweight though, I must be honest.
I could never comment.
I was going to say, perhaps by my standards, it's...
Benzema. The aim for Benzema is to win that European Golden Boot. No striker in Europe has a scoring rate per minute like it. The closest at the moment apparently is Ibrahimovic. He's played a few more games than the leading scorer, I think, in Europe, I'm right in saying, is Higuain of Napoli. He's now scored 21 goals. Benzema stats at 18 goals now. This is 17th match. Of course, he rarely goes the full 90 minutes as well. Dio. Alvaro. Now Lopez. Chased down by Isco. There's an eagerness to win the ball back from Real Madrid. Not a willingness to sit back and allow the opposition a little bit of footballing oxygen.
Again, you can hear the crowd's appreciation. Always come to the conclusion what to expect from Real Madrid. That's exciting, free-flowing football. And that is part of the game of Real Madrid, part of their playing nature that Zidane will hope he can improve on. He's not the first manager to want to improve that, so it certainly is an easy task.
Diop. All the way back to Velasquez, the goalkeeper. Easy take for Ramos. Cruz. Carvajal overruns the ball. Tony Cruz keeping the shape. Varane. Isco. Defending though by the skipper. Lopez also it appeared. The referee believed, I think, that he'd used his arm. Modric. Benzema. Now James. Rodriguez. Carvajal. Isco. Ramos joins the attack. Looking for James. Great control from James Rodriguez, but sticking to him was Duarte. Then relenting from Real Madrid. Isco. There's Marcelo to Ramos. Plenty of space on this right-hand side for Carvajal. Excellent run from Benzema. Seizes the ball in. Easy header away for Rocco. Modric. Real Madrid maybe 3 up, but Zidane insisting on intensity.
They're using the outside of his foot. Handball from Javi Lopez. decision, skips up, hits him on the arm.
Well, he always wanted the Hollywood team, Florentino Perez. He had a cast list which was pure Hollywood. And now he's got a manager to match as well, hasn't he? Can he produce?
He has to treat him well. He has to treat him properly. Make sure that for a change, which I don't think is going to be possible, and it is Zidane. If he wants players, he wants positions improved, it has to be the manager's choice. Not just behind a collection of the biggest superstar names in football and relying on him, Zidane, to assemble them into a team. It does give Zidane a good opportunity this season, while still fighting for a couple of titles, outsiders of course in the La Liga race, but it's going to be dangerous opponents in the Champions League. And at the end of the season he can assess exactly what he wants to do and what he needs to do. He's got to trust that Florentino Perez allows him to do that. What are the odds on that, eh?
Well, he is Zinedine Zidane. He has authority and presence about him as well. He can even top trump Cristiano Ronaldo, of course. Ronaldo twice the World Player of the Year. The manager won that accolade 3 times. He even scored in a World Cup final. People forget that. A couple of goals against Brazil back in '98. He's hoping people forget about the other World Cup final. Flies towards Carvajal. Assesses the centre. James was taken down as he went for the ball. It fell to Benzema. Ronaldo tries to balance. And offside is eventually given. There's a case there for a penalty call against James.
James with the delivery into Benzema, which actually comes off his shoulder. Saw it on an earlier replay from a different angle. That's good clean contact with the penalty. James Rodriguez slightly with a big help with the deflection off a Pape deal. Stopping Real Madrid at that stage, 15 minutes in. So the attempt from Benzema. It was in an offside position.
Yeah. There's a case there for a penalty call against him. Madrid haven't been beaten by Espanьol in 19 games. The last time was back in 1996. Jordi Ladín.
Good clean contact goals for the penalty.
Espanьol.
Rodriguez
Step over from Ronaldo. It's good to see he's up to his old tricks. Marcelo, that's the first, that's the second, outside of the foot, emergency action taken by Duarte, Diop heads it out, Carvajal wins a free kick, surely there's only going to be one candidate to take this.
Challenges, legitimate. Every time they're going for a challenge, they're getting away free kicks. Jean Jordan again there with the clip on Marcelo, and it's giving the Brazilian fullback a round of applause after good skillful play. Outside. Hernandez takes the side of the foot, 6 minutes away from goal. By Duarte, Diop. James steps over the ball. But is he just a decoy? Surely Ronaldo always gets the first stab at things. It is Ronaldo, it's a different type of legitimate. Somebody's going to challenge.
It's Rodriguez.
Away free kicks.
It'll be Ronaldo next time.
You can tell that normally we see the stance, don't we, from Ronaldo, pretty much a straighter run. It was the decoy run. And this doesn't trouble the goalkeeper.
Notification on our final game in this round 22 of La Liga. On Monday night it's Depor against Rayo on Sky Sports 1. We start again next weekend. Malaga at home against Getafe. On Friday night Sky Sports 5. Saturday, first game Rayo Las Palmas is the tea time game, followed by Athletic Bilbao against Villarreal on Sky Sports 5. The late Saturday game, Sporting Gijón, big win today against Valencia. They take on Deportivo La Coruña. So the Sky Sports iPad and Sky Sports Extra will be Atletico Madrid. Delayed coverage will be shown at 9:30. Rames flips into the far post. Well, Ronaldo's waiting, tries to get it back into the periphery of Benzema. If they can keep it down to 3 at half-time, Espanyol will be delighted. It's a big ask, though.
He's been very lucky as well.
Malaga at home against Getafe on Friday night Sky Sports 5. Saturday.
Marcelo, making crossfield pass. Marcelo was under no pressure. It took an age for someone to get across and put James Rodriguez under any real pressure. Still can understand why Espanyol are getting so many players into attacking positions. 3-0 down. Sanchez and Pepe Diop should barely cross the halfway line, sitting in front of the back four.
Atletico Madrid. Delayed coverage will be shown at 9. Espanyol.
Marcelo was under no pressure. It took an age.
Isco. Ramos. Marcelo. Diop. Panicked. Give it to Alvaro. Who's been the centre forward leading the line, has had a full kick of the ball yet. It's painful for Toni Kroos.
Wants to get the cross and to Sanchez and Pepe Diop. Diop with a challenge with the booking.
Man and ball, he took them all.
That's whacked Toni Kroos in the shin.
Marcelo. Excellent run towards it. Gets his touch, turns into Varane. Coolly they untie the defensive knot, Real Madrid, but they make a great deal of ground. One of the many demands of Zidane will be a clean sheet this evening. In some ways, I'm sure he wants to see how his defence are going to be tested. Yeah.
Looking. Doesn't make too much of that. Tough on the chest of Victor Sanchez.
Ramos. Marcelo, heel of ground, stands over the ball. Alvaro and Rocco, number 22 and number 6, the two central defenders. Candidates to receive this. Bring Benzema and Ronaldo back in there. Salva hits it in. Deflected over the bar by Alvaro.
Doesn't make too much of that. Suddenly. Best delivery, bit low. The chest of Victor Sanchez.
Isco. say that he is a big crowd favourite around here. The biggest favourite, Cristiano Ronaldo. Mesmerises the defender. Isco tries to replicate the trickery. Marcelo's cross, Alvaro's header out. Too much of that. Perez finds the escape route for Espanьol. Salva helps it on. Momentum is lost and Marcelo's still in the attack. Referee has no sympathy for him, says it was a fair, clean challenge. Well, he's down, he got up, he rolled down again. Espanьol, I think, were willing to kick the ball out of play. Isco. Well, sportingly, they allow him to get back to his feet. Lost the momentum. Sanchez. Too much now. Now Duarte. Trouble. There's a bit of answers there from Sanchez. He offers the apology. I think that's a way of keeping his name out of the referee's book. He was late, couldn't help himself, left his foot in. So he booked the offence. Squeezed down, he got up, he rolled down again.
Contact with the ball. Certainly not Victor Sanchez, and considered himself fortunate not to get the yellow card. Nobody does. Often the Pachichi of yellow cards, isn't he, in La Liga, Victor Sanchez.
He does have previous against Real Madrid as well. He's been sent off twice out of the referee's book against him in his career. James to Isco. Finds the gap. Blocked by Alvaro, and James skies the ball.
Isco with the first attempt, and certainly not Victor Sanchez, and getting out to block the ball on a couple of occasions, forcing Real Madrid attackers to shoot under pressure.
Marcelo. Now Cruz.
Victor Sanchez.
Modric. Benzema is the supporting act. James is behind him. Strong challenge on James.
Silla is back helping out.
The referee may take into account that he's a forward. That was a forward's challenge, but it was the meat in the press sandwich, wasn't it? They both had a little nibble at him.
The player's been waiting for an opportunity in the first team, and the injury of Casado and Asensio, it's not a glaringly obvious opportunity, is it, away from home against Real Madrid and up front on your own.
Challenge on James. Tony Cruz looks into the penalty area. It's like stargazing. Follows the line of the six. Holds on its way by Lauskits, the goalkeeper. Can't be blamed, wasn't it? They both had a little nibble at it on his Espanyol debut.
It's not a glaringly obvious.
There's Cruz to James. Heavyweights have scored. James Rodriguez, Cristiano Ronaldo, Karim Benzema, the usual suspects. Challenge. Failure He's missing the latest news we have that it may be 3 to 4 weeks to allow him to fully recover from the calf injury. I would imagine they want him back for the Champions League. Of course, they face Roma in the next stage of the elite. Seeded on his Espanyol debut. Bends him up. Ronaldo. Shaking the hips, deceived the defender, but then he deceived himself, and the usual suspect. He doubled up. Salva to Duarte. Varane. Marcelo. Espanyol will be relieved that they're in the final minute of the first half. Imagine they want him back for the chance. Marcelo, been a little nudge from Toni Kroos. Here is Sia. Oh, Salva's made a brilliant run. He gets on the end of it, and it was a poor finish in truth. It was good goalkeeping by Navas to come and spread himself, but he was hardly tested by the silver-haired Espanyol midfield player. Takes a deflection. It's into the path of Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo turns into trouble. Brilliant footwork. Amazing goal for Cristiano Ronaldo. Vintage Ronaldo. He's the man.
Showed a really good turn of speed, and it comes just seconds after Salva Sevilla had a chance. Good goalkeeping from Navas. Quickly did Real Madrid.
Kroos
moves the ball into attacking
by Navas to come and spread himself.
Ronaldo using his pace to get away from Rocco. Cuts back. I think the chance might have just got away from him because he's so good finishing with both feet. It's not a problem for Ronaldo. Going across goal, goes for power. Nasquis had no chance in the Espanyol goal. There's a deflection.
He was hardly tested by
Ronaldo, but plenty of work to do for Ronaldo. And it's an accomplished piece of attacking play from the Portuguese striker. Sensational goal.
Alex's most favoured opposition, Espanyol. 5 goals against them earlier in the season, a hat-trick last year, and he's scored 2 goals in the first half. Takes his place at fullback. Oscar Duarte will come on, and the player who's taken off is Salva Sevilla, who had that big chance just before half-time. How do you influence a game when your team is losing by 4 goals at half-time? Constantin Galca, the Espanyol coach, has tried to motivate his players. Surely no way back in the game, and it is a case of damage limitation now. Madrid not altering anything. Zinedine Zidane very happy with the formula so far.
Pace to get away from Rocco. Cuts. There's a deflection.
Moving into Sergio Ramos and winning a free kick. Many managers say, Terry, don't they, that let's go out, it's a different game now. It's 0-0. They put in the players' heads at half-time. Joan Jordan to take the free kick. Alvaro and Rocco. Oh, and it was of Constantin Galca, the Espanyol coach. Free.
There's a deflection.
Moving into set. Jordan to take the free kick. Varane. Cool-headed defence, Rafael Varane. Keep seeing his name linked to a move to the English Premier League, but there's absolutely no way he's going to move from Real Madrid. Surely anywhere would be a move downwards. Or maybe with the news that's broken this evening of John Terry hanging up his sharpened studs at the end of the season. Maybe Varane will be on the Chelsea radar. Still only 22 years of age. He's already skippered France. Just needs a good run in the Real Madrid team. Carvajal. Modric. Isco. The aim is to get that 5th goal, something they've managed to do on 5 occasions this season. It's Marcelo who is up there, leading the strike force again. Ramos. Marcelo's this time in the centre forward position. Ronaldo. Wins Diop.
Pepe Diop takes one in the midriff there. Fast-paced cross from Ronaldo.
English Premier League, but there's still only 22 years of age. He's Marcelo. Varane. To Carvajal. Marcelo's this time in the centre forward position. Not the bad about this. Still, of course, new manager syndrome. They're all playing to impress. The famous shaven-headed Frenchman down on the touchline. 22 years of age. He's strong tackle on Cruz. Is coming for some heavy punishment tonight. Points out to the referee. It's the 3rd time by Diop, the same man.
Different approach from Constantine Galko in the second half. Gonzalez, one of the centre-backs in the first half, is now playing right back. Oscar Duarte has come on alongside Enzo Rocco. Fuentes has taken the place of Ruben Duarte at left back, and it means Lopez, who was right back in the first half, now playing right side of midfield.
There's a young lady after the shirt of Carvajal. Who's the least like a Galactico in the Real Madrid team. If she stands a chance of getting a shirt, it would be Dani Carvajal's, I'm sure. It'd be a very long list for Cristiano Ronaldo and Benzema and James Rodriguez.
Cruz is coming right back. Oscar Duarte has come on alongside Enzo Rocco.
That man selling hundreds of shirts in the club shop as well, Zidane.
Chasing back by Benzema. Does give away the foul against Javi Lopez and a free kick for Espanyol.
Credit to Espanyol. Their attitude in the second half, despite being 4 goals down, has been good. Cruz is there. Diop's header. More than broken for keeper Navas, who only had 1 save to make in the first half. Dani Carvajal. Here's Ramos. To Marcelo. The team sheet says he's playing left back, but he's been anything but a left back tonight, Terry.
To be honest, I think they're the games that Marcelo does enjoy. Against inferior opposition, he almost plays as a left winger. Still think he is a possible weak link defensively against the better teams. I just think it's one of the areas that we should have been looking at for the last 4 or 5 years to give him genuine competition control. He was brought into the club to be that.
To the shirt of Carvajal.
That never really materialised in the favour of the
save to make in the
Portuguese left back. There's no doubt Marcelo does it like this when his team more possession than the opposition.
To the game tonight, and through tourists they took in the Getafe game yesterday. Well, they are used to watching Tranmere. Espanyol happy just for a little bit of respite here. And they're going to make their 3rd change, which is a little ambitious. Made 2 at half time.
I'm sure we've seen Isco attempt that successfully on a number of occasions. Good first touch. Moves it out his feet. Can't execute that skill on that particular occasion.
Victor Sanchez goes off, hobbles off, and Abraham comes on to take his place the midfield. It's a game that's desperate for a goal. We haven't had one for 12 minutes.
It looked as if Victor Sanchez was nursing a sore hamstring.
This is a game where they won't expect to get any points. Espanyol coming up next. They have Real Sociedad, struggling Valencia. It's in games like those where they need to improve upon their 14th placed position. Valencia only 3 points ahead of them in the standings now after yet another defeat earlier today. Ball hoisted in, takes a slight deflection, picked out of the night by Keylor Navas. It's a long haul back for Alvaro, who's had an effect when he's joined the attack. Isco. Amadou Sia. To the substitute, Abraham. Abraham up against Sergio Ramos, shakes him off. Moves Marcelo out of the way. There's Diop. Lopez. This is one of their worst run of away defeats for Espanyol for 14 years. Heading for their 8th successive away defeat. Only 2 wins are against Real Sociedad and Real Betis, but since then on their travels they have been, well, dreadful.
A little bit more solid now, Espanyol, with the extra defensive players. We talked about Real Madrid having no distractions with the Copa del Rey, nor do Espanyol, but it does make you wonder what if they've been up to all week with the starting lineup, 2 substitutes at half-time, and a clear approach to try and make the team more solid. I would suggest that would have been a more sensible idea from the start of the match, rather than waiting until you're 4-0 down at half-time and making your team more solid.
Here's Ronaldo. Ramos to Isco. Well, that's some big score lines this season. Real Madrid 10 against Rayo, of course, 8 against Malmo, the Champions League. Here's Ronaldo looking for a hat-trick. Dances with a defender. Back to Isco. Too many players in the way for Isco. Toni Kroos to Varane. Good atmosphere inside the Bernabeu now. Could be argued that earlier in the season, especially that game against Barcelona, the crowd was rather manufactured. There's a certain section behind that goal to our left-hand side who cheer the team, wear the shirt no matter what the score or what the outcome. Generally, there's a very good feeling around the Bernabeu under the management of Zidane. Here's James. Players allowed to express themselves freely, and doing so. Carvajal. Even Ramos is in the centre. Wonderful from Ronaldo. Benzema gives it to the keeper. Just satisfied there, Benzema, just to hit the target rather than being precise. His header does just go centre of goal, straight to Alauskis. And again, good play from Ronaldo. Good cross into the box as well. Well, time for change, and an interesting change as well. Luka Modric, a workaholic in midfield, is given a break, and you can see what they think of him in these parts. He's a popular man at Tottenham. He's seen through different eyes here. Tottenham, who's the creative force. Here is the legs man in midfield. And he's taken off and replaced by Hesse. His best position surely is centre forward, but he tends to fly down the left-hand side under Rafa Benitez. How will it be utilised, I wonder, under Zinedine Zidane?
Well, 4-0 up, it's not the toughest decision in the world. This guy just gone alongside Toni Kroos in midfield. I'm sure Hesse will play in a natural attacking position.
That's the front four then, is it?
Well, I was just thinking about that, but where Marcelo plays, it's at least 5, and possibly Carvajal when he gets forward, maybe 6.
Yeah, there's Carvajal. To Ronaldo. Hesse. It's involved. And there's Rodriguez. Isco on control.
It's a wise decision by Zidane to sparingly use Modric. In this game, the work is done. 60 minutes played. You know how important and how vital this was, particularly to Ancelotti. And he was out injured for almost half a season.
Well, he missed 24 games last season, didn't he, when Ancelotti was in charge? And he was a big miss this season. It's only Levante when he was out of the squad. He's been a constant. The man who comes on, Hesse, is undoubtedly a talented player, 22 years of age. But with Benzema and Bale and Ronaldo and James, it's difficult to find a starting place for him. This is the 4th game in a row where he's come on as a sub under the management of Zidane, who clearly wants him to feel part of, what do they say these days, the group? Used to say the squad. Offside against Mamadou. Zidane, I think, though, how much he appreciates the dedication of Luka Modric.
He's at the right age now, isn't he, to be the leader of Real Madrid from that central midfield position as well. I think that's how Zidane has explained it in the early days of him being manager. That's how he sees Luka Modric.
Benzema to Marcelo. Ronaldo. Benzema. Oh, he took it in his stride. Part of the free-flowing football.
Involved in the build-up, Benzema, not content just to play his part in the build-up. He gets himself back into the box. Maybe one of the things that he has improved on this season. Surprised that 21 is his best tally in a league campaign, and fingers crossed he looks set to break that this season, and deserves to. He's been in super form.
Marcelo back in defence, it should be noted for you, Terry. Not for long. Always have to double check his age, Marcelo. Only 27, seems to have been around an absolute age. When he made his Brazilian debut against Wales at White Hart Lane. A lot of people know that.
There's no doubt he's been an excellent signing, and considerably cheaper than 1 or 2 others that have been brought into the club to replace him.
I can't remember the last time they made a signing for just €6 million, which is what it costs to bring him from Fluminense. Here is Hesse, the homegrown striker. It's the cross in, it's Dion who does the splits to clear the ball. Duarte. Well, credit to Espanьol. Their professional pride was at stake, 4-0 down at half-time. Back down the hatches under the new coach, Konstantin Galka, who is heading for his 6th defeat in his 10th game in charge. Dion. Abraham. It's a poor pass, easy for Carvajal to intercept. Marcelo. Benzema to Ronaldo. And he's taken out off the ball after he'd played it. Cristiano Ronaldo.
So Álvaro González is making it his mission this year to try and take out the world's best players. Just recently involved in an altercation with Lionel Messi. And just whacking the life out of Ronaldo with a ridiculous challenge just outside the box. It's an interesting angle for Ronaldo as the familiar stride pattern setting up for Cristiano Ronaldo. He's not running over this one.
What's interesting me about Ronaldo tonight is the fact that he's wearing black boots. If that craze will ever catch on. And he takes his stance, adjusts his focus, flies it in. Oh, it moved in the air. It fizzed like a deflating balloon.
And that's the first time, isn't it, for quite a while that we've seen that technique from Ronaldo nearly come off. Really nearly paid off in spectacular style. To see it half a dozen times a season. As the rules were set up, they're almost rendered useless. So you just put the ball straight over the top, under the crossbar, nothing a goalkeeper could do. And that was much better from Ronaldo.
Well, Casemiro comes on. He's a player who's highly rated by those who observe Real Madrid week in, week out. Not exactly a Florentino Perez type player. Holding midfield man, Brazilian international, takes the place of Toni Kroos. Kroos didn't quite get that remarkable ovation that Luka Modric got from the home supporters. Wise leaves it down, trying to utilise everybody, give them valuable playing time as we enter a telling part of the season.
I think he might bring one or two of the papers, because that was one of the small criticisms aimed at Zidane this week, with the fact there was a small group of players that he was using. To Casemiro and Jesse Rodriguez hadn't anywhere near the minutes that they were percentage-wise receiving under Rafa Benitez. It's a good period of the season for Real Madrid. You said not in the Copa del Rey. They get to start the Champions League campaign again. So I kind of understand why Zidane is quite happy to pick his team, the strongest team whenever possible at the moment.
And they're looking strong. It's Benzema to Ronaldo. The goalkeeper comes an incredible length off his line. Not exactly textbook keeping by Alaskis, but he stopped the flow.
Ultimately good defending from Alaskis, wasn't it? When you see goalkeepers go crashing in to make a wild challenge when they go outside their penalty area, but he saw off the danger.
Isco asks for some assistance from the referee under a heavy challenge.
Alaskis last week training at London Colney for Watford. I never thought he was going to be playing in the left back position and dispossessing Cristiano Ronaldo at the Bernabeu on Sunday evening.
His only Premier League appearance is when he came on for Gomez against Aston Villa back in November. His only start was against Preston North End. Well, the colours are the same tonight. Do you remember Billy Davis telling us that he wanted Preston, when he was the manager there, to wear the all-white kit to make them look a little bit more like Real Madrid? Billy was serious. Billy's always serious. He's not a rookie keeper, Alaskis. He's spent time at Rubin Kazan for 4 years, and then Steaua Bucharest, where he was a star of the team. To Watford as backup. Obviously hasn't got a chance under Aurelio Gomez. Has been in excellent form there. Sia takes up a position. Ramos with a sliding tackle. Brave goalkeeping by Keylor Navas. They're going to walk the game, but it has been a total team performance, and Navas doing his bit, looking for his only second clean sheet in the space of 9 matches. Marcelo to Ronaldo. James. Marcelo to Isco. He's truly thrown himself into the game, Isco. Now Benzema. Isco chips it up, good header away by Alvaro, has gone to the right side of defence. And then Perez to Abraham.
Certainly a good change of players at half-time has stiffened up the Espanyol defence. Casemiro has anything wrong there whatsoever. You could understand his surprise at the decision going against him. And good goalkeeping from Keylor Navas to deny Abraham.
And not unsurprisingly, Benzema is taken off. I think it's 205 games he's played, and he's only completed 53 of the 205 for Real Madrid. But his scoring stats are remarkable as well. His 22nd goal of the season, he's 18th in the league. Benzema given a break. Lucas Vazquez, who did have a spell on loan at Espanyol, faces a few old friends.
It's a good spell as well. He established himself as a player that was capable of playing top-flight football in La Liga. He's been a loss for Espanyol.
Third run comes to Mamadou Sia, takes a deflection. It was a good challenge by Sergio Ramos. Launched himself at the ball to protect the shutout.
The defenders have to concentrate firmly on defending again from Real Madrid. Someone can see the goal against Sporting Gijón. This is against Espanyol. I said earlier, they like to go out in games and just win and score more than the opposition. That's all well and good against Espanyol, but against far better teams, which they're going to face, it's not a surefire way of winning trophies.
Well, they've had two great chances in the last 5 minutes, Espanyol.
We had 3 or 4 good chances in the 75 minutes that we've played so far.
It's a team that is bereft of confidence. Lost 5 of the last 7 games, sinking down the division. And Perez was screaming at his teammate then. He wanted Papa Diop to roll the ball into the penalty area. This was that excellent save, it has to be said, from Keylor Navas.
But actually, Abraham doesn't make much contact with the ball, does he? Catches the ball with his studs and trying to work out quickly a way of just lifting the ball over or going underneath Keylor Navas.
Keylor Navas will be hoping for a less complicated transfer deadline day than the last one. Remember, that was in August, where he thought he was heading to Manchester United. So the Real Madrid fax machine packed up. He stayed here. David De Gea stayed in Manchester. Navas has done an exceptional job this season. He finally gets his yellow card, not for want of trying for Alvaro Gonzalez. He adds Hesse to his collection.
Yep, Hesse Rodriguez, and privileged to be one of those that's being whacked by Alvaro Gonzalez.
He's had one attempt from almost the same blade of grass, Cristiano Ronaldo. It's very close to the divot he left last time.
He's running around this one unless he takes another stride to his right. The last one again, it was more straight on approach.
Cristiano's on a hat-trick. There are no other contenders. It's a 3-man wall, which seems a small wall for Ronaldo. Flies it to the far post. Ramos took a fall. I think his teammates are actually surprised that he teased it up.
Yeah, I think that they should know. I mean, I mentioned that the change in his run-up, and I think that's why the Espanyol players in the first half, when they had to wall up defensively, and I think they pretty much guessed that Ronaldo was going to run over it. If he's going to do that as a decoy for another play, he has to go through the whole episode of acting just like he's going to take it. And that might surprise defenders. Could you imagine Ronaldo could ham it up if he wanted to, couldn't he? And pretend that he's taking it and run over the ball and let James or Gareth Bale or Toni Kroos. The list goes on, doesn't it, of more than capable set-piece takers at Real Madrid.
It had been an underachieving first half of the season by Real Madrid's exceptionally high standards, costing Rafa Benitez his job. They started this game 7 points behind their great rivals, Barcelona, who do have a game in hand. There are the choreographed supporters behind the left-hand goal. Used to be called the Ultras. Real are going to go on to 47 points, just one behind Atletico, who are beaten by Barcelona. Quick reminder that Barcelona are in action on Sunday morning next week, an 11 o'clock kickoff. We're bringing that on Sky Sports 5. Sunday lunch, it's Real Betis against Valencia on Sky Sports 2, followed by Celta de Vigo against Sevilla, which is a good matchup. Real Madrid on Sunday night action. Easy save for Keylor Navas. A decent Monday game next week as well. Espanyol against Real Sociedad. Every game in La Liga these days, of course, is covered somewhere on our Sky Sports platforms.
Oh, a good chance there, though, Rod, for Abraham again. Easy cross delivered into the box and unmarked, but unable to find a yard or two either side of the goalkeeper Navas. I'm sure Zidane doesn't need to tell his players that the title race is going to be hard, but no way should they give up just yet. After the Clasico, the points difference was opened up and really significant, and Barcelona managed to draw some unlikely games. Of course, Real Madrid do have to face Barcelona again. I know it's at the Camp Nou, but almost half a season to go. The odds are against them, but certainly not impossible.
Hernan Perez. Trying to ward off Marcelo. Casemiro gets involved, defeats both of them. Plays the ball back, but nobody waiting, and James, little back flick. Get the impression that one of the training drills of Zidane is you can't pass a ball until you've tried a trick. Here's Isco. Drops the shoulder, waits for support. Goes round the defender. Alvaro skies the ball. The goalkeeper beating his own defender to get to it. Ronaldo giving up the chase. Alvaro gets to know his keeper. Takes a whack in the face. This is James Rodriguez. To Hesse. Marcelo backing him up. Great cross! A Cristiano Ronaldo hat-trick. Where there's pain, there's gain. Cristiano Ronaldo and Real Madrid with 5. He was dazed, but now he can celebrate. Another hat-trick against Espanyol.
It just goes to show his hunger and his desire. His insistence that he stays on the pitch as well. We've seen Modric replaced, Toni Kroos replaced and rested, likewise Benzema. All the managers at Real Madrid know not to take Cristiano Ronaldo off when he's on a hat-trick. It's him that's in the goal-scoring position. He's the man responsible now with no Benzema. He's leading the line. He's playing as a centre-forward. Takes up a really good position. And it's an excellent cross from Hesse. Gonzalez just stands off. The two central defenders are just looking at each other. It's hard to understand exactly why they're not keeping an eye on Ronaldo. From close range, he puts it past Velasquez. Not only has he scored the 3 goals tonight, Ronaldo, he's shown an appetite to work hard as well. Quick, short sprints to try and win the ball back. His all-round game tonight has been far better than what we've seen in recent weeks.
Well, they say the powers of Cristiano Ronaldo are diminishing. He's now on 30 goals for the season. Casemiro has got a reputation as a hitman. He'll take that as an occupational hazard, the yellow card. Ball was there to be won. He won the ball, maybe in the eyes of the referee. There's a little bit of afters on Lopez. It was a tremendous ball, wasn't it, from Hesse?
It was, because it's in between his feet. In fairness to him, Alvaro just stands off and allows Hesse just a straight little chip. And Ronaldo not afraid to take a knock in his quest to score more goals. People will say it's only a tap-in, but he's there at the right time. He's made himself available. Clear option for Hesse to find a teammate at the far post.
Can they get a souvenir? Well, Keylor Navas isn't giving anything away. There's Dion. Finds space, charged down by Beran.
Certainly a problem for Galca with no Felipe Caicedo. Shown Jordan with the attempt. It's a decent attempt, but Keylor Navas makes light work of it.
Still defensive work here for Real Madrid to do. They have managed only 1 clean sheet in the last 2 months. But just over 5 minutes to maintain a stern defence. Good save by Navas. Keepers tend not to hang on to these swerving, spinning balls in the modern game. Joan Jordan with a free kick. Alvaro's in there, Rocco as well. Duarte. Jordan fires it mysteriously past everybody. Lucas Vazquez to Ramos.
They certainly look light in attack, don't they? Silva has worked as hard as he possibly could. Only a young player at 21. Not much experience in the top flight. Of course, releasing Sergio Garcia and sends Stuani to Middlesbrough. Last season, Espaniol 3 good centre forwards.
Hesse, great ball. Well, he's not going to get the goal against his name, but he's certainly the creator, and he's come on. He's had a massive impact. Hesse forced the defender to divert it into his own goal, and he's clearly winning over the new manager, Zinedine Zidane. There was nothing on here when he got the ball. Head down, direct, took on the defender, did the splits. 6-0 Real Madrid.
I think it's a debut goal, isn't it, for the substitute Oscar Duarte, the centre-back at half-time. I'm just going to make the point that you thought Espanyol might have been able to spend their money more wisely in terms of getting a striker into the club. Chose to get another centre-back in. Certainly not his fault. He scored the own goal there, but it's tough on Espanyol. They've been better in the second half, and in fairness, I think Real Madrid have taken their foot off the gas. Almost inevitable at some stage that Ronaldo was going to get his hat-trick goal.
I don't know if something was lost in translation, but the Chinese owners were apparently saying they hope to be in the Champions League within 3 or 4 years. And the new owner, Chen Yangshen, is promising to splash the cash, but interesting, they've signed the backup keeper from Watford and a centre-half from Bruges so far. It was tough on Duarte there. He only joined the club on Thursday. Probably 1 or 2 training sessions
brought on at half-time. So the goalkeeper, and Alski is surprised that he started the game ahead of Paul Lopez. It's not an easy task, is it, to make your debut away to Real Madrid in a team, for a team that's gone, this will be their 6th La Liga game without a win. Cross coming across the goal, Duarte had to put something on it.
It's the second time this season they've conceded 6 goals against Real Madrid. They don't want to make it 7. There's 2 minutes for them to endure. He scored just the 8 goals in the 2 matches, Cristiano Ronaldo. James Rodriguez. Marcelo to Hesse. Isco.
There'll be strikers at some of the clubs in La Liga whose top striker hasn't got 8 goals all season, and Ronaldo has done it in 2 games against the same opponent.
There's Lucas Vazquez, cleared by Dion. Well, Caicedo is the leading scorer for Espanyol. He scored 8 goals all season. Ronaldo scored 8 goals in matches involving Espanyol as well.
There's no Gerard Moreno tonight, who would have been the replacement for Caicedo.
He ball through. Oh, Ronaldo is a footstep away from his 4th.
He's not satisfied, is he? Isco has really enjoyed himself tonight, showing good signs that he's enjoying his football under a coach who appears to be showing belief in him.
You have a theory as well, Terry, that Ronaldo tends to score against the so-called lesser teams. He's scored 17 Liga goals this season. 8 of them have been against Espanyol. The question is, can he still do it against the bigger clubs?
It's not just a theory, it's a stat, it's a fact this season. As I said, in his first half performance, he showed more signs of being back to his best, the old Ronaldo. Just in terms of finishing off chances, but his work rate was better. At times he looked quicker. Perhaps he's responding as well to the new coach.
On Zidane's day, there was the Ballon d'Or and there's the World Player of the Year, and then they amalgamated during the time of Cristiano Ronaldo, but Ronaldo has one less. There's a handball surely by James as Ronaldo knocks it in just for good measure.
He plays with a full 90 minutes as well, James. He's particularly good in the first half, as well most of the Real Madrid team, when they run away with the game in the first 15 minutes. Too quick, too fast, just too good for Espanyol. 3-0 after 15 minutes, so it's only natural that they to slow down a touch.
This is Zidane's 4th league game in charge. They've managed at least 3 goals in 3 of those 4 games. Certainly applying the mandate of Florentino Perez to rip apart the opposition, to show no mercy, to entertain the fans, though many have departed the stadium early to celebrate in the tapas bars around the stadium. And the celebration from the Real Madrid supporters, catching up on Atletico just ahead of them in the table. Zinedine Zidane is certainly finding life to be fine as a manager. He has reignited this team. James on the score sheet, Benzema on the score sheet. Hesse comes on and creates a couple of goals, but the headline maker undoubtedly will be Cristiano Ronaldo, the